episode 16 of the Slash and Gash podcast.
Hello, Sydney. Hello, Frankie.
Who is it?
It's me, Snakes. I've got the stuff.
Leave it on the doorstep, Ghostface. Get the fuck out of here.
Alright, Frankie, I'm going. But what about my money?
Listen, I don't think these guys have come to listen to Home Alone skits. They've come to listen to us talk a load of shit and some good stuff. Good evening and welcome to the Slash and Gash podcast. I'm your host Frank, and him over there, my co-host, it's only Will.
I'm back.
He's back. He's come out of the woods. He's taken a lot of dumps all over the place. Didn't even clean up after himself.
Didn't even wipe.
Didn't even wipe. And now he's back. So, in this episode, we're going to review Scream 7. Before we do that, we just need to let you guys know that this is going to be a spoiler review. So, if you haven't seen it, go watch it and then come back to this episode. Right, Will?
Yeah, I don't think it'd be possible for us tonight to do a spoiler-free review, because I'm here to take such a fat fucking shit on this film. I need to tell you everything about it, because it was something else.
Well, the thing is, I think it's important for us to say, though, that we are big fans of the franchise. And we did want this film to do well. We want every Scream film to do well. Right? Like, it's not that we go into it hoping it's going to be shit. We hoped that it was going to be good. Like, for people listening, if you're expecting us to bend this film over the table, pull its pants down and give it a good old whooping, then it might happen. But, it just depends how you perceive our thoughts. Look, it's a bit like 5 and 6, where, I mean, funnily enough, 5 I prefer more than this, but for me, like I said, guys, this is a spoiler review, so if you know who the killers are, you know why we're feeling a bit, annoyed. Maybe frustrated is the word, frustrated, because it just feels like, I feel like a lot of people are split on this as well. The killers, the motive was nonsensical, and the reveal was kind of better than 6, but still didn't make any sense. Like, it was so good until that bit. Well, not so good, but it was okay-ish. It was serviceable until the bit to the house.
I actually think, in all honesty, the film, the gore, the action, the chase scenes were all very well done, and it was one of the most interesting Scream films, really, since the early franchise, and I was really enjoying it, and I was enjoying it more than 5 and 6, and then the ending, the most random reveal, It was so pointless. It made no sense. Obviously, if you don't know, it turned out to be her neighbour and some random security guard from this mental asylum. The reason behind them wanting to be killers is that the woman was a crazy bitch who wanted to create Sydney Part 2.
Yeah.
And the guy was just there for some random ass reason. Maybe because he was trying to get his dick wet. I don't know.
Well, it's like what's his name, bruv, in Scream 4? Macaulay's brother. Charlie, is it Charlie? Yeah. What's his name in there?
Charlie Beach.
Is that his name? I fucking know. Who's Charlie Beach? Charlie Beach?
The guy that goes around Manchester recording people being a dosser.
Oh, fuck knows. Charlie, his name's Charlie something. He's only with Jill in 4 because he literally is obsessed with her. He couldn't give a shit about Sydney. He's only helping her because he wants... Sense. Yeah, he's only helping Jill because, like you said, this guy probably feels like the same reason. Like you said, he wants to get some.
They never. For me, guys, I'll tell you this, yeah. I if you go back to our other Scream video we did, I wanted Stu to be the killer, and my theory was, or my idea was, that Stu was running a Ghostface cult, and somehow they figured out a way to kind of retcon his death. He'd faked his death or something. And in this, at the start of the movie, she gets a phone call, and it's Stu. And Stu keeps ringing her over the entirety of the film, talking shit to her, saying actually some funny ass fucking lines. Like, Matthew Lillard was great.
Well, I don't get one thing. I don't understand one thing, right? That first video where she gets a FaceTime from him, obviously, we now know it's AI. But how did that guy know when... How did that guy... Because in the AI video, he says, I always had a thing for you, Sid, right?
Yeah,
how did that bum who used to work for Google know he said that in 1996?
Exactly, because they fucked up. Because, number one, I know they've shoehorned this AI fucking subplot because it's relevant at the moment, which for me I think is quite cringe and kind of like just corny. But obviously AI technology isn't that good. It's getting good, but it isn't that good. And the idea that they've AI stewed into the film is just like so pointless. I would have just preferred it to be Stu.
Not even just him though, not even just him, right? Just all of them, all the people from the past of her life.
No, because they're dead. You can't bring back Roman, can you, or Debbie? So that'll be retarded. But bringing back Stu could make sense.
Well, I mean, yeah, we've said it in our previous videos. But I think, bruv, that honestly, I think the chance for that to happen has passed now. It should have happened like maybe 4 or 5.
It's definitely happened now.
Like, if it happens now, man, like let's say it happens in Scream 8, the truth is, she's spooked now in that universe. She's not spooked anymore. She was spooked. Remember when she got the call? Her face was like a money shot. Like, her face was awesome. Like, yo, she actually for a split second thought, she doubted herself. She was like, I know this guy's dead. But then when the video call came up, she for a second or two, that face she made was so like priceless. Now she's not going to do that.
For me, it should have been that. It should have been. They'd just made the film better if Stu had a couple of accomplices and he was in it. And for me, it would have been interesting, the idea that they revealed Stu very early. Because obviously, if you don't know, there's basically a fight scene quite early on where this Josser is dressed up as Ghostface. He's part of the killer team and he gets killed. It's in like 2 minutes. And they take the mask off and it's like, we don't know who the fuck this guy is. It's just some random guy. And then she gets the phone call from Stu. And he's like, I'm outside, I'm gonna get your daughter, and that kind of stuff. For me, that would have been interesting because it's something very new to the franchise. Because the franchise is always a whodunit. It's always, we have to wait to the end to figure it out. So for me, that would have been like a very new thing to do. You say, okay, we know it's Stu. Now we got to find out where he is. We got to find out who his accomplices are. But instead, we get, the next door neighbour and her security guard boyfriend or something for no reason at all.
I mean, do you know what's funny though? They've missed a trick here. Because let's say nothing about Stu was in this film, and then the ultimate twist is he's actually part of that asylum all along. Like, they could have done something like, they could have kept these two killers, which it still would have been a bit of a piss take. Because it's like when you're at a bar, right? And you're chatting to a girl for 2 hours, and then she doesn't end up giving you a number, and you're just like, fuck!
Fuck.
Do you know what I mean? Because you're thinking, oh my God, what the fuck? You're going to give me 2 hours of this, and then you're going to just... and then you're just going to give me a reveal like that. But then, let's say there was no mention of Stu, nothing about Debbie Salt, Scott Foley, none of them in it. Like, just them two. But the ultimate twist is, like, after the credits scene, she gets a call. And then it's Stu's voice. You thought it was over. You haven't seen anything yet. And then leads into Scream 8. How good would that have been, man?
Well, that would have been a lot better. But they fucked it. And I genuinely think...
Because the real truth is, the real point of this was Stu would have set them two up. He would have met them in the asylum. Like Myers, I guess.
That would have made sense, but the problem what we've got is that, and I said this to you when we'd watched it, I'm done with these bums. Like, I ain't watching Scream 8. Like, they can fuck off. I'm not watching it. They gave me a reach round, didn't even bother to give me a reach round. You know what I mean?
The thing is, look, you know this. I've said it in previous episodes. I love Nev. She's always going to be my final girl. Like, I think a lot of that is because we grew up with her. Like, not literally, but she's quite older than us. But, you know, compared to, like, you know, any of the Friday Alice or Laurie, she's kind of, you know, she's not far off, like, in terms of age, but she is, but she's not. She's, like, the most recent final girl in terms of, like, when we were growing up. So because of that, I've always had a soft spot for her. So it was really nice seeing her back in this one, you know, I'll be honest. But even as a Scream fan, I am actually saying, and it's painful for me to say this, but I actually am saying that she needs to dip now. She needs to dip now. She's done it. I'm not saying I want films with her daughter in it, because I don't want that either. I just don't want Nev. Like, bruv, how many times is she going to come back? Like, to just get fucked over by Ghostface all the time. And, oh, I've seen this movie before. Oh, not in my movie. Oh, past my prime. Yeah, fuck that. Like, oh, like...
Well, that's the point. It's just the same shit.
It is becoming so, like even... we have to remember, I said this at the start, we are diehard Scream fans. We always have been. It's because we love the franchise. We want it to do well. But they've got no ideas anymore. Like, the kills were really good. The gore was the gore was obviously really gory. You know, it was really like another thing, bruv. You know, and we're not saying this because I like Gail in 1 and 2, but what was the point of her in this? Can you tell me?
Can I just say, the part where in the early part of the film where they kill the first Ghostface. Obviously, Ghostface is basically broken into their house. He's attacking him, and he just randomly goes into the road and gets run over by Gail. She just appears out of nowhere, runs this guy over, and she's got Chad and is it Mindy with her? And there's no explanation of why she was there other than she just says to Cindy, "Oh, my Sydney sensors went off, so I thought I'd come and help you." And I was like, what? And then you just randomly run this guy over in the nick of time?
Yeah.
It was just the most random character introduction ever.
It became like a Marvel scene.
Yeah, honestly, I was.
She just teleported to this. She just teleported to the house, out of nowhere. Didn't you say she's working in New York, right, as a reporter?
Yeah.
And you mentioned a good fact where that from there to there is quite far, isn't it? I mean, my geography is not as good as yours of the US of A, so I trust you when you say it.
Yeah, from what it sounds like, and I don't actually know if this is the case, but the start of the film, the opening, which is actually kind of a good opening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need to actually mention that. I think that opening is probably one of the best things about the film.
Yeah, it was interesting. They were kind of two random people that just get murked. Because for some reason these killers decide to go to Stu's house, because now in the film Stu's house is a Airbnb / museum and you can stay there. And for some random reason the killer goes, because they're basically the film is set in Indiana, and I think Indiana's in the Midwest. I don't know if that's actually that close to California, but for some reason they go to Woodsboro, which is in California, kill 2 random people, burn the house down, and then go to Indiana to kill Sydney. Totally fucking random. I have no idea why the killers did that, and I think, again, maybe we're looking into it a bit too much, but...
Nah, I think it's a valid point. I think, look, maybe, I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm kind of sad that Stu's house is actually gone now. It's gone, right? It's gone, bruv. That was a big part of people being on the edge of, oh, is Stu alive? Is he going to want his house back? That house almost became a symbol, right? It was used in 5, you know, they always kept mentioning it. It was such a big part, even if Stu wasn't in any of the films, it was always referenced, and now they've lost one of their biggest like attractions. Like people are still obviously going to watch Scream, but whenever you saw the Stu Macker house in a trailer, you'd be like, "Oh shit, that's Stu's house, right?" Maybe that's a Easter egg, you know. Now that's gone.
Yeah.
Kind of sad, you know, if I'm honest. For me,
No, definitely. It was just a very random
you
film.
know,
It had a lot of potential, but they just fucked it.
it's you know, it's that's the thing. Like I said at the start, we want these films to do well because we are big fans of it. It just feels like, you know, they could go this way, but they always go the other way, and that's the frustrating thing. For example, like, look, going back to Gail, she feels so, like, irrelevant. Like, remember when one of the Ghostfaces called her, like, an irrelevant hag? Like, that was spot on. Because she's not, like, I only tolerated her, to be fair, when she was around Dewey. Because it made sense for her to be when Dewey was around, because them two were together, and they used to be together in real life, so they had a bit of, you know, chemistry. And since Dewey got, you know, sadly killed in 5, which, you know, biggest mistake, even now, I get why, obviously, they had to... But if they should have killed a legacy character, it should have been her. What does she bring besides... What does she bring besides... you know, I was watching 5 before we watched this, like... It was on TV, and one of the scenes where she's like, you know, she just pops out of nowhere, she just pops out of nowhere. Like, hello, Sydney. I came as soon as I heard. Oh, I came as soon as I heard.
Just such an irrelevant character at this point. She looks like a reptilian because she's had so much plastic surgery.
Like, are you, like, like, that's what I'm saying. She's just, yeah. I liked her in 1 and 2. But that's it. Like in 3...
I liked her in 3 and 4.
I didn't like her in 3 as much, but 1 and 2 I really liked her. Because because of the arcs. Her arc with Dewey. Her arc made sense. You know, they were getting together. It was always nice to see them both on screen. You know, they always had a bit of beef as well, which was funny to see. You know, whenever they'd have, like, their little arguments. It was kind of cute. Like, you know... Whenever he'd cuss her out for like, oh, you're only here because you want to get a story. And she'd be like, no, I want to be here because I'm actually interested in you and Sydney. You know, shit like that. But now she's just... I mean, look, the scene where she does the interview with Sydney, that was quite good. You know, it was digging deep back into 1996. You know, Sydney was really expressing how she, you know, why she called her daughter Tatum. And, you know, it kind of made you, you know... Not only are we big fans of Scream franchise, we're big fans of the first one. So obviously Tatum was played by Rose McGowan, right? And you could tell how close they were, like off screen as well as on screen. So I think her acting in that interview was really well done. I think Sydney overall in this film was just really good, but so
she was really good.
I
also think
she's becoming a bit like Sarah Connor though.
Yeah, she is. Obviously, she's kind of like Laurie Strode at this point in like the newer trilogy. Obviously, she's like Rambo, which I don't mind Sydney being, because obviously Sydney's so fucking tough as fuck. She's killed about fucking 10 Ghostfaces at this point.
Yeah.
So you kind of understand it, but in all honesty, the only stuff is like the bits with her, like, as you say, and her family were good, and as the interview was good. One thing I have to give a criticism though is, as much as I love the gore and the kills, the cast of characters, her daughter's like cast of friends, so random. You didn't care about them at all. They were just cannon fodder. It was literally like watching a Friday the 13th film, where, you know, they're just random victims to be killed. Because usually in the other movies, you actually care about the cast in the sense, you know, whether it's Randy or, you know, you actually, there's a bit more character development. In this one, it's kind of very cliche. It's like the boyfriend who's really good at technology, but he's also like a jock. Then you've got some guy who's creepy, but he's into true crime. Then you've got this girl who is random as all. And they all like are in a bar. Ghostface comes in, just fucking kills everyone.
Because even in 5, even though she was in it for a little bit, they still gave us a lot of character development for Chad, Mindy, Amber, Richie. I guess they had more screen time, so they could have. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on... this is going to be quite mad for me to say, but at this point now, I think Chad and Mindy should just stay alive. There's no point even killing them off in any films that they make in the future now.
They were just a pointless part of the film. They turned up with Gale. They do the standard, we're going to figure out who the boyfriend, who the killer's eyes is, the boyfriend, is it this? And then they just get fucking, cut up in, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But they don't die, and then they just come back at the end with the camera, and they're like, oh, we're back.
Well, it would have been so stupid, though, if they died in this one, because I know Mindy got stabbed up in the train, didn't she, in 6, and then he got stabbed up like mad in the Ghostface Museum bit in the end of Scream 6.
What, when he got stabbed 50 times?
Yeah, it became a pincushion for them.
Well, like Mark in this one, Joel McHale, he got stabbed a lot.
Shout out to Joel McHale, right?
Oh, yeah, we got love for him.
Yeah, Jeff Winger. I found out his name finally. I had to search it. I can't believe I forgot, but it's been quite a few years since I watched it.
Can I just say, his best role in another horror movie is Deliverance from Evil. He's Eric Banner's partner as a cop. And he's a fucking badass. He's like a knife fighter. He has a fight with this demon.
Yeah.
The demon's got an axe and he's got knives. Cool as fuck.
100%.
Badass actor.
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Besides that, man, sadly, we have to say the film wasn't that memorable. Besides, maybe the opening scene was quite memorable. The interview scene was well done. It was good to see the character development between Sydney, Joel, Mark. I think even I thought the guy was Kincaid, but I think she just has a thing for guys called Mark.
Yeah.
I guess he's called Mark Evans from what I read. So it's a completely different Mark to Patrick Dempsey, which it's not a big deal. Tatum, I did like Tatum. I thought she did a good job being Sydney's daughter. Shy at first, but then she embraced her role as being a survivor's daughter. I just hope they don't go down the kind of Halloween path where Laurie's daughter becomes, not even Karen. It was Alison, wasn't it? I don't want her to become like Alison, where she becomes like the main focus. I just, like you say, when Scream 8 comes out, which eventually it will, I personally won't be in any rush to message you and say, yo, Will, let's go fucking check this out on the weekend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The films are just cooked.
Yeah.
They just lost the plot. Yeah.
To finish, I wanted to get your updated franchise ranking as it is right now.
Okay. 2, 1, 3.
Yeah.
5, 4, 6, 7.
You were put 7 last, yeah?
Yeah, fuck the film.
No, listen, I respect it. For me, 1, 2, 4 still third for me. 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, then 6.
Yeah.
I think 6 for me is still arse. Compared to this one, I think a lot of that is because Nev wasn't in 6. If Nev was in 6 and it was shit, then I'd have put 7 last. But Nev was the only saving grace for me in this film. So it goes second to last. Who knows, it might go above as the years go by, but at the moment, it's just the same shit, different 2-3 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But, any last words, Will, before we sign off?
So, Frank did a little update the other day. We're kind of back. We are going to be doing pods. We're also, maybe doing a couple of solo videos here and there. I think primarily it'll be Frank, but I might pop in once in a while. But yeah, we're back. We're going to be coming at you with some reviews this year.
Yeah.
See what comes about. Obviously, I'm sure everyone that's listened to this has watched Scream 7. I also think we're probably going to be too deep on this film because at the end of the day, what 7th movie in a horror franchise is good? Especially, in a fucking horror franchise, other than Friday the 13th Part 7. But I'd say at this point, a a lot of these legacy horror film franchises, they've got no fucking no creativity. They've got it's the same shit, different day. They're beating a dead horse.
Yeah, and it's sad, it's sad that, that is the case, but those are the facts right now.
Yeah, we don't need any more of these reboots. We don't need these geriatrics fighting killers anymore.
Yeah.
Let's get something new. Somebody bring back Terrifier. We need Terrifier 4 today.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, like Will just said, we're back. I'll be doing some quick solo videos here and there just to, keep you guys that are hungry for content. I'll feed your appetite. So stay hungry, as they say. I don't know what that means.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Anyway, and Will obviously do some solo shit as well, and we'll jump on once a month to talk about something interesting that we want to talk about. Halloween, Scream, Friday, all that good shit. Supernatural. Will loves gothic horror as well, so we'll dive into that. And it's good to be back. As someone says, we're back. And we're ready to do it all over again. Anyway, thank you for listening, guys. We'll be with you very soon.
Bish, bosh, bosh, give that horror a watch.
Stay spooky.